Hi, my name is Alicia Dorrit, and you're watching Rams TV, sponsored by Desjardins Securities. Welcome to Week 7 of your 2013 Rams season. After a win at home versus the U of A Golden Bears, the Rams took the week off due to the Canada West bye week. We are now back on the field preparing for a must-win in Calgary versus the U of C Dinos. I will be speaking to offensive lineman Aaron Picton, head coach Frank McChrystal, another edition of Behind the Horns featuring the equipment staff, and once again I will be strapping on the horns, this week featuring your Regina Rams defensive backs. Welcome to another edition of Frankly Speaking with your head coach, Frank McChrystal. How was your bye week?
It was good. You know, we had an opportunity to get away a little bit, and I think part of it is getting away from each other, and that's always good because we spend so much time together. So I think it was an opportunity for the boys to heal up a bit, to get away and just enjoy themselves, and almost everyone had an opportunity to go home for Thanksgiving too.
That's great. So Calgary seems to have had your number the last few years. Do these games feel any different than other games in the schedule?
They really don't, you know. I mean, we only play 8 regular season games, and so, I mean, even if we played 10, I think it would make a difference. But, you know, we've been close to these guys, and that's what happens. I mean, there was 5 years running where Manitoba didn't beat us. You know, they got us this year, and there was a time when Calgary didn't beat us for 4 or 5 years, and now, you know, they're on a run against us. I think we beat them 2 years ago, but I mean, they're one of the top teams, and that's always good. That's exciting to be able to test yourself that way.
So how are you approaching these last 2 games, knowing that you have to win both to have a chance at a postseason?
Well, I think, you know, I'm asked that a fair amount, but we're so busy. You know, we're so busy here, especially at this time of year, not only on the football field and with training and preparation, but the guys are busy in their classes. So I don't know that there's any kind of sense of doom or gloom or anything like that. I think it's really just a sense of staying on task, staying focused, and preparing yourself for, you know, the task at hand. And actually, it's a bit of a you know, traveling, it's a bit of a, I think, as much as anything, a release for our guys to get out of town, go and play football, and have some fun with it.
Have you noticed any Thanksgiving turkey-induced hangovers from any of the players?
I don't know if it's turkey-induced hangovers, but you know, no, they've been pretty good. We had a real good practice last night, and you know, came in us out, threw the ball really well. So I think they're just looking forward to it. We've got great weather out there too, which is always a bonus at this time of year also. So no, I haven't. I think they're kind of excited to get back on the field and play.
Great. Well, thanks for speaking to us, and good luck in Calgary.
Okay, thanks.
That's what you need. If you want to be the best, if you want to be the rest, dedication's what you need. Out of your life.
Hi, I'm here with Aaron Picton, offensive lineman of your Regina Rams. So how was your bye week this week?
It was good. Just got a lot of homework done, kept up with school, and all the stuff I want to tell Frank. So it was just a nice week off to recover, and got a lot of homework done.
Getting healthy?
Getting there.
Yeah. Still with an outside chance of making the playoffs. What is the mood like in the locker room this week?
It's really sharp. Guys are really focused, and you know, we have a common goal right now. Like there's no chance to screw up now. It's straightforward, straight ahead. We got to win, and that's what the mood is. Yeah, do or die.
Yep. So having been knocked out of the playoffs by the Dinos 4 out of the 5 last seasons, is this a game a lot of guys circle on their calendar?
Definitely. Like, they're the best team in the conference. They have been for the past, 5 in a row they've won. This is definitely a team that you guys want to beat, and you need to be your best to beat them. So this is a week everybody schedules, and you kind of set school aside for this week, and you focus on football, and this is the job we need to get done this week, and we need to beat Calgary.
So while you're in Calgary, are you going to meet up with Brett Jones?
No, we're trying to forget about him since he left. So no, I don't think we're going to see him.
Well, good luck in Calgary, and thanks for speaking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to another edition of Behind the Horns. I'm here with the equipment staff. We have
Bob Thomas.
Anthony Sainamon.
Curtis Thompson.
Isaiah Dawson.
Hi, we're here in the locker room setting up for pregame with some of the equipment guys. So how do you set up the locker each game?
Well, usually we just take our game jersey here. We'll pull the practice jersey, right, so we hang it up, make it look nice. Usually if there's names on the back, we'll hang them named out, but we don't have them on these jerseys, so we'll just hang them this way for now. Give you that. Make sure we grab the game pants, whatever pants we're wearing, be it the golds, which we're wearing this week, we'll put them on the left side. Try and make sure the stripe goes out. Get their game bags, so they have their game socks, whatever they need for game day in here, mouth guards, gloves, whatever, they put them in here.
So is that the
We'll put this
laundry
out.
bag?
It is a laundry bag, so we use straps in practice, game bags, just so we're not playing at home, we play at Mosaic. So we just switch it up, put everything we need in there. So green socks. We'll put them on the right side of the bag, and we try and do every locker so there's some symmetry all the way around. That's basically it.
Yeah, and the helmets are hung up and
Our helmets are always behind there, and the shoulder pads actually. They all should look like that.
then their gloves in the corner.
Gloves, and then, I mean, this is an ideal locker. It's pretty clean, right?
Yeah.
So that's basically about it.
Great.
Do that with everyone.
How did you guys get involved in the equipment management?
Started back in minor football, went to high school, and then came here to help out.
How about you?
My high school coach actually knew Frank and the old equipment manager, and I basically got on that way. So.
And you?
I just did a bit of equipment stuff back with our hometown team.
I started as a little guy. My father is the defensive coordinator for the Rams, and I started as a little tyke, probably filling water bottles, and then slowly kind of got into a hobby and then turned into a job.
Great. So do any players require or request custom equipment?
Yeah, a few of them. We usually tend to their needs.
So like what?
Back plates is the most common one.
What are some of the items included in your equipment inventory, and how is it managed?
Well, we've got everything that dress the players up: jerseys, pants, helmets, shoulder pads, hip, tail, knee, thighs. There, no shoes, I think. And we keep them all in cupboards and down in storage down in the main facility at the university.
What is involved in a typical practice day for the equipment staff?
Depending on what we do the night before, we either do laundry the night before or laundry day of. Water prep, so we prep the water for the guys, getting the field ready, putting the balls out, and then during practice just run the clock and make sure everything goes smoothly.
And Isaiah, what about game days? What do you do on game days?
I'd say game days is probably the most busiest day for the equipment staff. Other than transporting everything to the field, so from this facility to Taylor Field, including making sure all the helmets and the shoulder pads and all the equipment are properly fastened on players. Making sure the game is managed properly, so if anything breaks, we would have to fix it. And then some people do have multiple duties, so we switch back and forth. But game day is probably the most busiest day for the equipment staff.
So what is it about the Rams that keep you coming back?
I don't know. I think it's just fun being part of a team, whether it be in support staff or as a player. It's almost like a big dysfunctional family, so it's fun, right? So.
And so what's your favorite part, Isaiah?
The probably favorite part would definitely be the team atmosphere of it. It's a good time. Everyone jokes around. After the game, we'll go out with the boys and hang out. Like a big family, like Tony said. And the work aspect of it, I do enjoy working with the new equipment and the latest technology that comes out with football. So it's a pretty cool experience, and not a lot of people can say that they do this. So.
And what about you, Bob? What's your favorite?
My favorite part is when the guys run out of the tunnel and they're all dressed proper and they look awesome, and people in the stands don't realize all the work and effort that the four of us have put in to get them out there to make them look proper.
And last question, what has been your favorite moment so far in the past seasons that you've worked here?
My favorite part would probably be attending the Hardy Cup in Calgary, even though we did lose. It was just a nice experience even to get there, being on TSN with the guys. That was kind of cool. So that was my favorite part for sure.
What about you, Bob?
Just day to day hanging out with these guys. It's just fun being around. It's a great time here.
And Isaiah?
I don't think it's a part. I think it's the people. To be honest, it's a great atmosphere and everyone's super nice to me, and I think that's my favorite part of this place is the people you can hang with.
And you, Curtis?
Well, being my first season as equipment guy, I haven't really had a whole lot of memories, but I mean, traveling with the team is always fun.
Great. Well, thanks so much for speaking with us, and good luck with the rest of the season. Welcome to Strapping on the Horns with Alicia Dorwart. I am here with some defensive backs. We've got Patrick McDonald, Joey Dwyer, and Justin Adrolin, and they're going to teach me some defensive back mechanics. All right, so who wants to start?
Donald? I'll start it off.
All right.
All right, so the most important thing about being a DB is having a good back pedal. So first off, you want to have your feet about shoulder width apart. You want to sink down nice and low, have nice and balanced. You don't want to be able to get pushed over like, yeah, that's not bad. Your inside foot facing the quarterback is always slightly back.
Okay.
So when we're down, you want to bring that foot back first, right? Another important thing we want is the weight on the balls of our feet. We don't want to be back on our heels, because if we're going back, it's going to throw us off balance.
Okay.
And we're going to fall backwards. So always have the weight forward on the balls of your feet. So, and then slow. And your first 3 steps should be slow.
And then,
like
okay.
So let's try that together. So we go 1, 2, 3, and then go really fast.
Okay.
You want to start with, you're just in your back pedal leaning forward, so you come into your back pedal, and then you want to break out of it 1, 2, 3, forward.
Does it matter which foot?
I don't know, it doesn't matter which foot, just whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Really. So you just want to come back, and then probably whatever foot's there, you just plant 1, 2, 3, forward. You want to turn on a flag or a post, you want to back pedal and then curve your foot in like that, so you're able to open up your hips, and then you turn this foot out like that, so that way you're able to turn this way and then downfield with the receiver. So start your back pedal, take your left foot, turn it in, and then step out here, get on top of the receiver. We can do the straight turn now, where you want to turn and run with the guy who's going right down the field. So you just back pedal, you can turn your foot in again like that, and then open your hips straight around, and then you're right on the guy's hip.
Okay, so it's
like turn your foot in, and then it's just easier to turn because your hips are out like that.
okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So just kind of putting those two things together. You're in your back pedal, your receiver's in front of you. We'll pretend that Joey here is the receiver. You have to pick a shade. Usually if we're playing corner, we'll just say for example we're playing corner. Usually you want to take an inside shade because your help is on the sidelines. So you want to, usually we'll be about 5 yards away. We want this foot to line up with his shoulder and just be kind of in line
His
with
inside shoulder?
Okay. To my outside, I guess this would be my outside shoulder.
Okay.
So just what McDonald taught you just want to be in a ready position as he comes towards you. Once he gets into this space and you can almost touch him, you're still in your back pedal. This is when you have to start making a move on the receiver. It's not like, make sure you can just touch him, like you have to be able to touch him to make your move. So he's either gonna make, depending on whatever he does, if he just runs up the field, once you engage, you want to slow him down with this hand, the inside hand, and then you want to rip in here and get your hand on his hip. You can't grab. Of course, you know, we might get away with that sometimes, but you want to stay right here, and you always want to be touching the receiver. So you can't, if he gets away from me and I can no longer touch him, and I'm looking back for the ball, that's not good. You always want to have contact with the receiver, and then the more contact I have, if I can lean into him like this and I'm looking back at the quarterback, this is a perfect fit. going? Yeah, right? So you want to keep this shade. You want to always keep your outside shoulder with my inside shoulder. So say I'm a receiver. I start weaving towards you this way. You want to backpedal, yeah? Keeping your feet underneath you like that. Yeah, so you're maintaining this hip.
Okay.
So once I start breaking this cushion and you're low and you're staying in your back pedal, this is where you want to turn into me. You can reach me here and you can touch me.
Okay.
So you want to slow me down with that outside hip, and then flipping around. You want to get this hand over here and you lean in this way, and then you look back to the ball. And that's just like that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah! Thank you for watching Rams TV, sponsored by Desjardins Securities. My name is Alicia Dorwart, and thank you to Joey, Justin, and Patrick. Until next time when I strap on the horns with Rams TV.
And see.
Lineman. Yep. Lineman's awesome.
Yep, another day, another game, right, Lou?